What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, episode number 37, where as you can see from this little clip from before, I had about 46,000 coins and I was going through and spending them on some silver. So we're going to let that tick over, me investing in some silver players for league SBCs and stuff like that for not particularly many coins, while we do comment of the day, which comes from Ben McNabb, who said, just a heads up Andy, I used Harry Kane and loved him, and then I tried Lukaku and immediately sold Kane. Lukaku is stronger than Kane. He'd be insane for the road to glory and I think you should try him. So, it's a very good point, Ben. I agree that at some point we definitely should try Lukaku. With this episode is going to be talking about the progressions of my team. So we'll come on to that a little bit more about who we want to get in, who we want to try out. And obviously as it goes, this is just sort of a guideline, and then you guys can tell me what you think, if there's anything you could do different, any tricks I might have missed or you could make the team a little bit better. And obviously different players that maybe at sort of some point down the line we think, do you know what, I just want to spice it up, try something different, I'll get rid of Kane and I'll try Lukaku. I did actually compare them, and Lukaku's got more pace and more strength, but other than that, Kane wins on basically everything else. Like the total in-game stats is like 2,200 for Kane and like 2,069 for Lukaku. So the dribbling, the finishing, the passing, basically everything apart from pace and strength, Kane has got Lukaku beaten. But pace and strength pace isn't huge, but strength is very big on this game. So he's got like 84 to 94, so he'd maxed out Lukaku's strength with a marksman and obviously given ridiculous finishing to go along with it as well. So it's definitely something worth looking at. He's a bit more expensive, and we are going to talk about progression of the team a little bit more in this video, so we'll get onto that and what we're going to be wanting to spend our coins on. But if we stop showing you guys silvers and buying, it's probably quicker for me to just actually show you. We've also got this costume party SBC which we're going to do, because I had all of these players in my club apart from Sergio Romero, who cost me 1,800 coins, which is quite expensive for a Man U player, but you get a jumbo premium gold pack out of it, which is a 15k pack, so I think it's pretty much worth it just to trade in all of this first owner junk. It's a pretty simple SBC to do, to be honest with you. I used this little strong link triangle for Palace. We then went into the Argentinian league and some Chilean players up front. Threw in a random right back and got Sergio Romero in goal. It gets us a 15k pack, and as we claim this and come out of the SBC, you guys are going to see that we have got, when we skip through this, 10k coins. So we have been doing a lot of spending on those silvers. So before we jump in and open that pack, and before I then start showing you guys what we want to be spending our coins on, I'm going to show you what I have already spent my coins on. So I know you guys seen I did a lot of silver investing for the Prem, which has paid off massively when I sold that Wolves right back for 10k and basically paid for all of the other ones that I'd sold. And I sold some of the other right backs as well, didn't I? It was absolutely ridiculous for stupid amounts of coins. So it pays to have silvers just chilling in your club. Like I was picking up like 500, 700, 400, 600, 400 coin. Not particularly many coins, and when the SBCs come around that you need to use these in, like this guy actually, I can sell this Chong for like 1,600 coins right now, and we can just buy him back later on because the United SBC. So we'll list him up, we'll make 600 coins on him, and we'll buy him back next week. It's absolutely no bother. So I've been through and I've done this for all of the big leagues. So for the league, oh, I haven't done it for League Earn. Okay, so that's something I need to jump on. I need to finish this off. I didn't realise I didn't do the League Earn. I've done all of the other ones, and I've got like a list of players or list of teams where you need silvers to complete their league SBCs, and then obviously if they end up in like marquee matchups or something like that, you make them bank anyway, but league SBCs is what I was focusing on. So anyway, Syria, been through and bought loads of them for like 5, 6, 7, some of them 900 coins for some of the rarer ones, like this Keen guy, he was 750. Which was that rare one? Was it this one? Yeah, the Parma ones, like you have to use silver defenders for Parma, so they're people are obviously onto this and they've already gone up in price a little bit, but when the SBCs come out where you need them, they're going to be worth an absolute fortune. So I've been through all of the teams in the Serie A: Parma, Torino, Spal, Empoli. There's loads of different ones where you have to use silvers to complete their SBC, and I've been through and picked them all up for like 5, 6, 7, 8, some of them 9 for like fullbacks and stuff like that, 100 coins. But pretty decent. Like this guy, 300 coins for an Inter goalie. Ain't nobody trading in Handanovic to do the Inter SBC. He's going to be worth a couple of thousand. I mean, you could even, apparently last year the Inter goalies were worth a fortune, so you could even stock up a trade pile full of them if you really wanted to. But waiting for their SBC, you could be quite a while. So I'm just going to buy one of each player and pop them in my club. Same goes for the Bundesliga, where we've been through and bought loads and loads and loads of silvers from the teams that you need silvers to complete their SBCs. Like we've got pages and pages of these guys. We're going to make a fortune when the SBCs actually come out. It's a bit of a long-term investment, but it is a good one, I feel. So we spent about 35k on all of these silvers from 4 of the big 5 leagues. We need to go through and finish off and do the League Earn. But that is where my 30k coins have gone. We've obviously also got coins chilling in, that's my current team, we'll come on to that in a second. We've also got coins chilling in the invested UCL, which is I had a squad of this. It is currently worth, if I find the squad, the starting 11 is 127k. We've obviously got a couple of guys down on the bench as well. We've got some duplicates in our trade pass. We've got like 150k worth of them, which is decent. We obviously picked up last episode some investments for a potential player of the month, Messi, or mental SBCs that might come out over Halloween, which is of course today, so we'll be seeing with that. But before we, first of all, let's just open this pack because I'm waffling a lot and we're going to do a lot of waffling about our team in a second. No walkout, unfortunately. Oh, we've got an inform. Okay. Oh my god, it's this guy we've invested in for Messi and he's 10k. Also, the cards are now absolutely massive. Alright, so we bought a few of this Salah guy the other day. We've now got ourselves an informed Salah, but there we go. That's 10,000 coins if we literally just discard them straight up. I like it. I like it a lot. That is good. We spent 2,000 coins on that SBC. We got a Hawk. We can discard the Uruguay kit. We can stick him onto the transfer list with Texera. Get rid of that. Very, very nice. That is an SBC definitely worth doing. Don't think any of these guys are worth anything. They're just sort of random cards that we'll keep in our club, and if they ever come into SBCs, we can use them or sell them. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. I rate that SBC. That is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully they bring out some big stuff for Halloween and we can make some coins on that. There we go. This guy, Chong, sold as well, so we made like 600 coins on him just by buying him ages ago for basically nothing. Very nice. Okay, yeah, so we got a few of this Salah guy chilling there. We bought one of them's first owner, obviously. We got the others like 10 or 11k. He discards for 10k, so it doesn't really matter too much. We got a couple of De Rossi's who's worth like 15k. Still loads of 83s. I'm praying that something comes out today for Halloween for like a guaranteed screen card or something like that. That'd be sick. Another Regani we got for 4k, he's worth about 5, so not huge gains on these. Danny Rose I picked up for 14, he's worth like 50, well 14,750. He's worth at the moment, I believe, about 15,000. No, yeah, 14,750, 15,000. So they haven't all gone up. You take a risk. We took a risk. I don't think we're going to lose coins, but we might make ourselves as rich as we were initially hoping. But it's all good. Coins are coming. We can do some sniping. We can do some more trading, and when we sell these on, we'll have a couple of thousand coins. So let's jump in and talk about the team. So you guys are asking, I said yesterday for comment of the day, I would show you guys like end goal, talk to you guys about what we want to do, where we want to go with the series, things like that. So this is the current team. And obviously we've got this Koke down on the bench as well that we've just unlocked. And I really like it. Like Chesney's really good. Got absolutely no complaints with him. Other than his throwing, does my head in. Can't lie, but I mean, in terms of actually like saving shots and stuff, he's brilliant. Can't complain at all about him. But Natia is very, very, very solid. Alexandro is probably the best left back on this game, so it's nice that we can fit him into our team because getting in good left backs and good right backs is a massive pain in the bum. I really, really do struggle with it, especially if like you wanted Van Dijk and Kante. Van Dijk, Kante, Pogba and Firmino or something like that in midfield. You've got to go for like Andy Robertson or Mendy at left back, and it's just a little bit... It's just not Alexandro, basically. There's an absence of top-tier left-backs and right-backs on this game, and it's very, very frustrating, and I do kind of regret not doing that Juanfran for that exact reason. So I'm hoping they bring out like a throwback Baines or Kolarov or someone from the Prem at left-back. That would be a throwback card, would be absolutely beautiful because we are kind of lacking on them. We've then got Thiago Silva, who I absolutely love. He's so, so good. He's 89 rated. He was free. He's incredible. He gets a strong link to Mounier, who is just a god. He's 6'3". Decent jumping. 6 strength, stamina. He's good at crossing. He's good at everything. I really, really like him. His defending's really, really good. We've got an anchor on him. You can see there to take him up to like 89 marking, 95 stand tackle. All of that good stuff. He's just very, very, very good. And he's being 6'3". with like 92 strength with the chem style is ridiculous. So I love him. We've then got Rabiot, who's sort of just there because we got him for free and he gives the other guys chemistry. I'm not going to lie, he's not particularly good. I mean, he's not bad. Like, he's a good player, but he's not like a FUT Champs tier player, if that makes sense. Like, you want Pogba or Kante, you don't want Rabiot. He's alright. Lucas Leiva is kind of on the same level, but he is a bit better than Rabiot. So like, he's just a CDM. All he does is intercept stuff. That is literally all I do with Lucas Leiva, and he's got 94 interceptions, so you can't complain at all about the job that he's doing there. So, like, again, maybe you guys actually keep telling me, and maybe this could be one of the very first upgrades. In fact, what I'm going to do so I don't ruin my squad is I'm going to copy this. In fact, I think I've already got a copy. Yeah, okay, we've got a copy of it here, and I've already been playing around with it, as you guys can see. So if I put in the players that we've already got, Chesney and Benatia back in, Firmino would be there. I've brought in a Kante because that's the one I really want to get into my team. But the one that we're talking about is Fabinho for this one. So let me just bring in my Rabiot. that is what my team would look like if we swapped out. I mean, it's just putting more Liverpool players into my squad, which does make me a little bit sad, I'm not going to lie. But we could just straight up swap out Lucas Leiva for Fabinho. It does cost about 70k, but he does look considerably better than Lucas. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, let's have a little compare of the two of them. I mean, I say that. He beats him on 2 stats. Draws on defending and loses on shooting, passing and dribbling. But whenever I play against him, I think again it's just because he's massive. He's 6'2". He's just well annoying to play against. He's got ridiculously good stamina. You whack like a... I don't even know. You put on him a backbone or something like that. Maybe even an anchor to give him plus 10 strength. And you're just absolutely laughing. So we could go for him. It does involve putting more Liverpool players in my team. And it is like 30,000 coins when he doesn't actually seem... See, on the card, he doesn't seem much better than Lucas. But whenever you play against him, he drives me mad. So that could be something we can go for. And get even more Liverpool players into my squad. So that's that one. But what we're actually talking about is like Endgame God Squad, end of the road to glory sort of stuff. So I thought instead of me just building a squad that's full of icons and being like, this is what I want Cristiano Ronaldo and I want Prime Cruyff and I want, do you know what I mean? That's a little bit ridiculous. We might never actually get to that point. I mean, I hope we do, but I thought that's kind of boring. It's just me putting in a squad of the best rated players on this game. So I thought what we'd do instead is I'd show you guys the progression that I want to go down and work towards a better and better and better team, and you guys can like let me know what you think if there's anything you've changed. So the first one, I've got little squads made up on Footbin of what they are and how much they'll cost me to change from the one that I've currently got to the one that I want. So the first one that I want to change up is I want to get in Kante. I really want Kante. So I want to get him for Rabiot because he's the weakest of my midfielders. So I believe we've already got Kante down here. So the issue with this is chemistry. Thiago Silva is so good and he gets a strong link to Meunier, which is insane. And obviously it's an 89 rated centre-back for free. He's worth like 175k. I mean, this one isn't that much different, I suppose, to his 88 one, which I think is about 50. But it's just a free centre-back and he's really good. So it makes sense to try and keep him in the team. So we can actually do that by switching Firmino over to this side to give him an extra link. We then do need a link to Thiago Silva, another one, which is very difficult to get. Like, we could go Alisson or Ederson in goal and then make this side Premier League, but then you've got the issue with you have to use Robertson or Mendy at left back. So what I thought to do instead is bring in a triangle of strong links over on the other side instead with the Juve stuff, and obviously gives a link to Kante as well, which is absolutely beautiful from Matuidi. And then in goal we can bring in a strong link to Thiago Silva and give ourselves an 88 rated Buffon. So I think that's a pretty decent way of going about it. I'm not sure what Buffon's like on this game. He's 6'4" and he's got really good stats, so I can't imagine him being particularly bad, to be honest with you. We get to keep our Thiago Silva, we get to keep Meunier, who we both absolutely love both of them. Same for Firmino. We bring in Kante. We've got the same front four, I suppose you can say, with Salah, Mane, Firmino and Kane. Kante comes in instead of Rabiot and Matuidi comes in instead of Lucas Leiva. Or it's probably the other way around, isn't it? Kante being as the defensive one like Lucas and Matuidi's the up and down one, but they're both really good. We get to keep Alexandro. Benatia stays. I'm ambivalent to Benatia, to be honest with you, but he helps out with the chemistry, so that's absolutely fine. We will rock with that. And this looks pretty decent. And this actually costs to pick up the Kante, Buffon and Matuidi would cost me 551,000 coins. However, we would be selling a couple of players actually, because I've just realised it doesn't actually give Mane full chemistry. So the way to get full chem with this would be Hazard, who also costs an absolute fortune, or Heung-min Son to get a strong link to Harry Kane. So we bring in Son, we bring in Matuidi, we bring in Kante and we bring in Buffon, and that costs us 550,000 coins. However, we would be selling Mane and Lucas, which would get us about 125. So it'd probably cost us about 420k to go to this, which it isn't too bad, I suppose. When you consider that's basically how much Kante costs. Selling Lucas and Mane pays for the changes of Son, Matuidi and Buffon. It's literally, we just need to be able to afford Kante, is how this would go. So once we can get forward Kante, we can switch up to this. We obviously play Son at left cam, Salah at right cam, Firmino centre cam, Harry Kane at striker, these two at CDM. We get to keep these guys at the back, which is very nice, and we bring in Buffon. Bit of a waste of our Szczesny, unfortunately, but it was the only way I could think to keep. I'd rather keep blue Thiago Silva and pay for Buffon than keep Szczesny and have to buy like another 89 rated centre back, do you know what I mean, and a different fullback. So seems like the most logical way to take the first step of improving our team. So if I now flick across to the next squad, it's how do we then improve this again? And unfortunately this time it is going to actually involve getting rid of Thiago Silva, Buffon and Meunier. And the reason for this is he's very good, he's free, But we need to start working towards the god tier defense. Like, this is going to be the end game stuff that's coming now. So it's not I suppose it's not end game because it's only going to cost me like an extra 300k from that one. So it won't take too long to go towards. It's not icons and crazy stuff like that. But what it is the first step to the meta god tier defense on this game. So the first one to come in would be Raphael Varane, who apparently I've already got a version of him. Yes, I have. He's down here. And then coming in next to him to get a link to Kante and Varane would of course be that second informal Lala, who is a joke on this game and only costs about 20k. His card is ridiculously good. Almost in the Huller Club, only his shooting is letting him down, which is pretty crazy. And then you get to bring in the best goalkeeper on this game. The one that all of the pros use, even when they've got like full icon defences, they still put Thibaut Courtois in goal, so he can slot in there and get a strong link to Varane. So that's easy. That one costs 350k to go from the team just before it to bring in Courtois, Varane and Lala, and obviously we'd sell Meunier is like 70k, so it ends up costing us about, I suppose we'd be selling Buffon as well, who's like 50k. So it ends up costing about 250k to go from the team that we had just then to this one, which I think is a pretty bloody decent upgrade, to be honest. If you like, bringing in Courtois and Varane is pretty ridiculous, and what it gives us is the next steps towards the god tier defense. Like, that's the hard part about changing your team on FIFA. Like, it's so easy to just say, okay, I've got this team that I've got at the moment is worth 1.2 million coins. What can I build for 1.2 mil? Oh, this team, is it better? Probably not. So that's the hard part. If you're just selling everything and changing everything and just building the exact same value of team, just differently, you're never really actually improving the team. That's something that I've found. The hard part is building a team that gives you access to upgrades as well, which I think we've done reasonably well. So for example, bringing in Kante, and then the way we can transition from having Kante to bringing in Varane and Courtois, and then we can transition from Varane and Courtois to bringing in the ridiculous OP pairing that everybody uses. So everyone uses this triangle and it drives me mental. And it's obviously Sergio Ramos next to Varane and Courtois. This obviously struggling to get our Alexandro and our Matuidi onto chemistry. Unfortunately, we could actually keep it, and this would make it much cheaper. So initially, to bring in Ramos, we could switch this guy back out. Oh no, we can't. We need another Frenchman. Yeah, okay. I wondered why I hadn't thought of this before, and it's because it actually doesn't work. That is very unfortunate. I suppose we could bring in Pogba if we wanted to, but now we're just talking ridiculous amounts of coins. So what we'd have to do is sell Alexandro for like the 100k or wherever he is. These worth. I bought him for 123. He's now worth 140 apparently. Okay, that's decent. So we'd sell him and we'd bring in, I don't know, Jordi Alba or Marcelo over on this side. Obviously both get a strong link to Sergio Ramos. And then here we could either bring in a Casemiro to play CDM, get a link to Firmino, get a strong link off Sergio Ramos, or because they're all on full chemistry, we could say we did end up swapping our Lucas for Fabinho. We would, of course, have Fabinho. Although I suppose if we've gone through all the other ones and got Matuidi and stuff, we wouldn't have Fabinho. So then we could now bring in Fabinho because of the perfect link to Firmino and get even more Liverpool players in my team. Although I suppose we got rid of Mane, who we could even bring back if we didn't like him, if we didn't like Son as much as we liked him. So that would give us this, which is pretty bloody good. This is basically the meta defense on this game. This triangle, Lala, link to Kante from Varane, and then Jordi Alba or Marcelo is basically what everyone who's got enough coins to build whatever team they want. This is the defense they have, aside from obviously putting like Maldini and stuff like that in. So then after that, I suppose, is where it starts to get tricky, and this is where I start needing your guys' help. At this point, we've got the best central defender and goalkeeper pairing on this game outside of icons. We've got one of the best right backs on this game. We've got one of the best left backs on this game. We've got the best CDM in Kante, and we've got one of the best in Fabinho. I suppose we could maybe switch to 4-1-2-1-2 the second, play Kante CDM, bring in Pogba here, and play him wide centre mid, and then obviously we need to switch out our Firmino for, I don't know, a Dembele or something like that to play in the other wide centre mid. I would quite like to, at this point, in fact, start getting rid of some Liverpool players maybe, and start being a better Everton fan. We could bring in Riyad Mahrez. If we wanted to switch it up, we can bring in his inform or his one to watch, which is incredible to be played at camp. We've then got Harry Kane here, and I'm thinking Martial, inform Martial to go striker. That could be pretty bloody sick. So if you get him and bring him in there, and then see, obviously at this point we're starting to get ridiculous. Like, we're bringing in ridiculously valued players all at once. So Paul Pogba coming in at centre mid. Nice strong link, perfect link in fact, to Martial. This would then switch in game to 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation, and make an absolutely ridiculous team. We have Kante at CDM. We forgot to bring in the Dembele in the centre, but that is fine. We'll drop him in there. Pogba on one side, Dembele on the other, Martial and Kane up front, Mahrez playing cam. That team would be absolutely ridiculous. Like, this Mahrez card is sick. He's so good. Ridiculous dribbling, decent finishing, decent passing. He's quick. He's so annoying to play against, and his finesse shots are crazy. So that'd be pretty sick. We'd have Martial obviously at striker. There's loads of different ways, and this is the point where it's starting to get towards like stupid amounts of coins and stuff like that. And we can even start doing crazy stuff like, as we've got Pogba and Kante and even Martial, I suppose we could bin off Mahrez and bring in Mbappe. He gets a link to Pogba and Kante. In fact, we could even do it without Pogba and then bring in Cavani to go up front with him. And we play two up top, Cavani and Mbappe. Would be absolutely ludicrous. There's so much stuff that we could do. There's so many different ways to start making this team. Even along the lines of using Koke. Like, this is where it starts getting to being like, okay, now what do I do? If now I've got this defence, I could bin off basically all of the Prem, and we could put that Koke. The one for the screen one, who is basically a centre mid. So he goes striker. We then obviously have a Casemiro. So you guys can see where this is going. We put like Casemiro here to play CDM. We can then bring in Suarez over this side, Bale over here, switching game. We have Suarez and Bale at striker. We put like Isco, or I don't even know. It does. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's so many options, and it starts getting a little bit ridiculous. So my endgame team, I would like to have Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale. This is the endgame defense. And I say endgame, like obviously I want icons, but like this is the best defense that you can get without having icons, in my opinion. Unless you can find a way to get Alexandra in here, maybe with like a strong link to icon Socrates or something like that. That's big stuff. That is very big stuff. So for now, this is the endgame defense I want, and I want you guys to help me decide what attacking lineup I should be working towards. Basically, Gareth Bale is ridiculous on this game. Mbappe is ridiculous on this game. Salah is ridiculous on this game. The issue is that they're all bloody right wings, and it's such a pain to get them all in the squad. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys would do. Would you go Koke and then maybe Suarez or Griezmann? Griezmann could be pretty sick, and then Gareth Bale over this side, and then work in like a whole full La Liga team? Or would you try and save up 2 mil and buy Cristiano Ronaldo? Or would you get Messi? There's so many different things that you can do. Let me know what your guys' endgame God Squads would be. But for now, that is sort of the progression and the end and where I want to go towards with the Road to Glory. But obviously it's all going to change with what red cards I get and what other informs and stuff like that come out. So we can't quite say properly, but I promised you guys that I would do this video. So that is it. That is what we're working towards. Mostly at the moment is about working towards getting the best defense on the game, because this game is all about just AI defending, and we want Courtois and Ramos and Varane instead of Szczesny and Benatia and stuff like that. So yeah, that is where we're going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what stuff you guys would do down in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.